Okay. Ooh. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dear Dana. We are trying the music instead of that countdown, just to see how it goes. Hello, Shelly Marie and Marie Crum and everybody out in the bushes. Welcome to Dear Dana. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, don't miss out because we come up with something new twice a week, usually Wednesday and Saturday. Tonight we will be talking about ego versus intuition. We will even be testing your intuition tonight and talking about why maybe you feel like your intuition doesn't kick in, or why it may be a little dormant or hasn't been working for you. I assure you that you have your own intuition, especially you women. You men have it too. You may not let it use its power upon you as much as you should. We are all born with some intuitive instinct. Once upon a time, we called it more animal instinct, probably. But we all have that working through us. A lot of times we want our ego or to believe that we have chosen to make the decision ourselves, that we are smart enough and wise enough and maybe educated enough or learned enough that we have put all the pieces together and we have done it. We want the credit for it. And just because your intuitive self kicks in does not mean other things do not come into play. You know what I mean? But your intuitive self, a lot of times when we just sort of release trying to control everything, kicks in a little better. A lot of times, they say let go and let God. A lot of times that's the case. We're connected to God. We're connected to the intuitive self. A lot of times when we're sick, when we're tired, when life is in trouble, because we're releasing control. We're releasing so much of that control. So our connection to our Creator, our connection to our intuitive self, our connection to other things kicks in because we quit holding on so tight all of the time, feeling like we have to be in control of everything. Of everything. I've been guilty of that. How many of you are guilty of that? Feeling as though you have to control every single aspect of your life. Every single aspect of your life. I have done that myself. Yep. I've done that myself. Felt like I had to be in control of every single aspect of my life, thinking if I did that, it wouldn't go wrong. That is stinking thinking if I've ever heard of it. Hey, Marie and Shelley. Hey, Paranormal Witch Willow. You are not late. If you are in control of every single aspect of your life, there is no guarantee that something is not going to go wrong, even if you are in control of it. I have thought I was in control of every single thing, and there's no guarantee I'm not going to slip on a puddle of water and bust my ASS. Hello, Gianna Robinson, my new friend that I have met today. She is in one of those groups, special groups I've spoken about before. Just because you feel like you are in control does not mean you are not going to trip down the stairs, or you're not going to run out of gas because you didn't pay attention, right? We feel like if we control every single thing, if we control every single thing that goes on in our household, every single thing our child does, we make every plan down to the second, down to the wire. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? You tell me. A million things can go wrong. We have free will. We don't control the entire planet. We don't. Yes, please welcome Gianna. Love that name, by the way. So beautiful. Welcome her to Dear Dana. We are the No Hate Zone. Here we say your vibe attracts your tribe, because that is true. The vibe you put out attracts the energy and the vibe you bring in. Gianna says, let me pull that up. Years of Naranon and the Serenity Prayer, ugh, is so hard to let go of control. Oh, my hair's a hot mess. And if I look tired, oh yeah, I absolutely 100% am. I had an appointment to do therapy with someone this morning at 7 a.m., set my clock for 6, and my inner clock must have said, "Ooh, baby, you got to get up at 5." And I did. So I am to the wall. I am not going to make it a real long one tonight. I'm going to try not to. And I still test positive. Can you believe it? I still test positive. I feel lots better than I did, but I can tell I've got this stuff lingering because I'm not 100% myself. So I know it's my immune system is worn down. Oh, thank you. My immune system just, I don't know if it's the medication I take for MS or the MS, but my immune system is just sort of beat down. So, I guess it's to be expected. But, yeah, it is very, especially mothers, we all know that, it is very difficult to let go of control of some things. Sometimes it is a relief. I know I drive my daughter crazy because with her living at home, I need to know when she's coming home, when she's on her way home, losing a child, I guess I'm still a little bit clingy. I'm not terrible clingy. Forgive my voice. I'm a little bit need to know she's in bed before I go to sleep. I'm a little bit. And I'm sure when she moves out on her own, maybe it'll be a tiny bit better. But I'm sure I'll still be concerned about her well being. Hey, Nikki. Me too, girl. I'm waiting for that negative because it makes me sort of housebound. I mean, I can get out in the yard, but I don't want to infect anybody, so I'm not going anywhere. Haven't been going anywhere. But be that as it may, there's some things we need to control, like if we're having a dinner party or a birthday party or we're throwing some kind of shindig or a wedding. We all kind of want to make things a certain way, evidently. But even at weddings, there's always something that goes a little left of center, or it wouldn't be a wedding. We all know that. Or it wouldn't be funny or special or unique, or Uncle Tim is going to get a little more than plastered. We know these things happen, right? Life happens. Life happens. Even spiritually speaking, there are things in the universe, in the scheme of life, in the contract of life, that are unseen, that are not within the range of our control. God and the angels know, right? Contracts that were made before we got here. Sometimes we need to release. And that is when our intuitive selves pick up. We are going to do an intuition test after a while. Sometimes when we let our egos do the talking, it gets us in trouble. We overthink things. And our intuition will say, I think it's that one. But our head will go, no, it's that one. And you picked that one. And you should have picked what your intuition said. Because it was actually what your intuition said. Right? So many times we go, and your intuition is that gut instinct that I've spoke to you before. But before we go further, let me drop my intro. Yeah? Let me drop my intro. And thank you, those in the bushes. I appreciate every one of you as well. I do hope you get brave enough to let me know you better by coming up into the chat. But please do like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. And especially, too, when you drop comments or questions below or commentaries of things you'd like to see in the future. Psychological, spiritual, social commentary. I'm open to all of it. But here we go. Let me drop the intro. Bum, bum, ba, da. Too much to scroll, Dana. Here we go. Okie dokie then. So back to the ego and the intuition. The intuition and the gut instinct, very much the same thing. I've spoken many times before that, when we get our mind really needs to be used for thought processing. When we're taking tests, when we're processing thoughts, retrieving memories, And we are like a supercomputer. So many thoughts get processed, thousands and thousands upon thousands in a day. And a lot of it goes into the unconscious memory bank because it would just be too many things to think of and to try to process consciously in a day. And like I've told you before, in our unconscious thoughts, in the unconscious part of our brain, it doesn't know the difference between a truth and a lie. It doesn't. That's why it's so easy to try to put things back there to try to train your brain for more positive thinking, be that as it may. So trying to stuff so much in there all the time can bring you monkey mind. The monkey's playing around, so much activity. And our heart can overwhelm us and pull us in many directions. That gut feeling, that gut instinct, they say, your gut is like a second brain. But that being said, it is more conclusive. It's not a monkey mind. It's connected to the creator, your higher self, to God, so to speak, to angelic self, whatever you want to say. When you get that gut instinct feeling, that gut feeling, that is your intuition, so to speak. That will never lead you astray. Go with it the first time you feel it. Don't push it away. Don't pack it back. Don't throw it off. Go with that. Go with that. Don't go, but what about no. No, go with that. Don't go, but it makes me feel bad. No. Go with that gut instinct. That is your intuitive self. Because it's straight, it's objective, it's connected. It's connected to everything higher. It is not going to lead you astray. You can trust it. You can trust it. Feel it, go with it, stick with it, go with it. Trust that. We have a hard time. That's where the ego goes, da da da. No, I know the answer. 50-50 maybe. 50-50 maybe. Hey, Motor City nerds. Love you, girl. You guys need to check out Motor City Nerds. She is beautiful. She is funny. She is witty. She says it like it is. A lot of times, you need to check her out. She's just, she's different. But I love watching her. If you haven't checked her out, check her out. Motor City Nerds. But really trust that gut instinct. Like I said, we're going to do an intuitive test soon. I don't want you to yell out your answers when we do it. I want you to write them somewhere. We'll do it question by question, and it'll give you the answer right after the question as we go down, okay? So you'll get immediate satisfaction. We're going to do it, a test, and then I'm going to show you a photo of someone. Now, don't be mean about the person. I want you just to give me intuitive guesses about the nature of the person, okay? So it'll be a little fun. But be that as it may, I say that often probably. But you think about it. Sometimes when you're sleeping, you may get an intuitive hit about something. You may have an intuitive dream about something. Hey Rosemary, why would you have a more intuitive dream than you normally would in your life if you don't have them? Because your defenses are down. You're sleeping. Maybe you're at the in-between state. You're not trying to control everything. When you're sick, sometimes, I've known people that are control freaks. Maybe they don't believe in intuition. They tend to be more intuitive when they're sick. Why? Their defenses are down. They're not, hey, shoeless one, they are not trying to control everything because they are sick. Especially some men that I know, especially if they're micromanagers. They're not trying to control everything. So when they're sick and their defenses are down, they tend to be more intuitive, especially about work and things. And they will have thoughts about work, or they will solve problems about work, oftentimes more when they are sick, these control freaks. Now, if you want to let go a little more, you can literally pose a question about a problem you have right before you go to sleep. If you're not that good about tapping into it in your everyday life, you can even write it down on a piece of paper, but make it concise. Don't make it wordy and verbose and all that stuff. That's just too much. Make it clear and concise. You might even visualize the problem in your head. Get it straight to the point. Don't make it too troubled. Thank you, Rosemary. Make it clear and concise. Visualize the problem. Do it right before you're going nighty-night. And oftentimes, you might wake up with a solution to your problem. A lot of people that have big problems in corporate businesses, over time, when they've gotten a little more spiritual, a little more calm, released, figured out how to do yoga and stuff, have done this. Marie Crum says, when I worked, I would design my project in my sleep. Excellent. Now, I can't even think now. Where's my book? The Sleeping Prophet. I know his name, and I can't think now because I've got a glitch. What was his name? The Sleeping Prophet. Back years and years and years before all this was great. Somebody help me. I can't even think now. Anyway, he used to sleep with a book under his pillow and try to solve problems in his sleep. And I know him like the back of my hand, and I can't think right now. Dana. Anyway, I'll remember it when this is over because I've got a million of his books. I can't believe I can't remember. I'll look it up now because I don't want to do this. Who was called, because I know his name, it's driving me crazy, called the Sleeping Prophet. I remember what he was called, now I can't remember his name. Edgar Cayce. He would sleep with books under his pillow, and would absorb the information or find solutions to problems or medical issues when he would sleep. He sure did. Sometimes you have to release to find solutions. or to allow your intuition to kick in. And it will lower your blood pressure and your stress. Sometimes we get so tanked up with stress, our brain cannot release and allow us to find solutions. And haven't you ever been in that situation as well? You get so tanked up that you can't think of the answer. That you cannot think of the answer. Because you have got yourself so tied up in knots. That's what ego will do to you. And on top of that, ego gets people in trouble. Have we not seen ego get people in trouble? To where everybody loses. Everybody loses when ego gets them in trouble. You don't want ego to define you. You want the solution. You don't want ego to make you look like an idiot. I mean, we want to uplift people, create peace and harmony and health and calm. Use your intuition. Oh, by the way, I went to that healing appointment that it was, what do you call it? Sheila's one. It was a quantum session, but it was amped up. And her name is Carrie. I'm hoping to have her on the channel soon. She's in Australia. And I know Sheila's one and myself did it with Terry, the guest we had recently. All three of us were on here doing the live healing. And that was put me in an angelic dome. And I went with Carrie, and it took it a step further. And the light was amazing. And it took me to another angelic place. And I love me some Carrie. So I'm hoping to have her on here and introduce you all to her. And you'll love her if you ever want to have a session with her. It's amazing, and it's geared towards your own personal quantum. What does she call it? Quantum dimensional? Help me, Steve. Quantum interdimensional, quantum dimensional. But she helped with some of my grief, and she even picked up on stuff that happened around my NDE. So it was quite amazing, but the light that it took me into with my angels and with extra angels was quite phenomenal. So I highly advise it. I like her so much. So fingers crossed she will be in here. Multi-directional quantum healing. It was too many words for me to remember. You know, right now my brain's kind of like, plus I'm tired. So no excuses, but you know how it goes. Anyway, going back to the intuitive stuff, I want you to tap into yours more. We talk about resonating higher. Now, letting down your guard and resonating higher doesn't have to be two different things. It means letting go of resistance. You can resonate higher with music and being around nature and being barefoot on the grass to get rid of some EMFs, which means you have to let go of the phone, or getting an EMF mat. You know, a lot of times we need to get rid of EMFs. Letting go of resistance just means releasing ego sometimes, releasing control sometimes, doing the conscious breathing as a reminder, inhaling through your nose and holding it and letting go of that breath and repeating, reminder, inhaling to the count of 4 through your nose and holding and releasing through your mouth. And remembering to visualize that bright, brilliant light over your head and letting it flow through your body like water as you inhale through your nose. Holding it and releasing through your mouth. And just repeating one more time, inhaling, seeing that light flow through your body like water, scooping up toxins, energy blocks, all that does not belong, and releasing through your breath. And just doing a little bit of that each day, just releasing. And now I'm even doing that with some of my young teenage students when I'm teaching them even just about communication, right? Because they get so high strung. Some of them are dealing with ADHD and different things like that. And I'm introducing it in just a very subtle way. And it's controlling some of their ADHD. It is. And they're looking at it like it's some miracle, and it's not. But it's helping them communicate with their peers and giving them a control device and allowing them to let down their defensives and allowing them just to use their intuition so they can feel what's going on around them a little better, right? And not putting them in situations where they're bullied as much. Because, of course, they don't want to be bullied. These are important things. And if we as adults can learn to let go of some of that ego and just let our intuition guide the way, we can break some of those generational things that we are passing on, right? Because they watch us. If we're letting them see us use ego, they're going to use ego. They watch us, they do like we do. And there it goes, and there it goes, there it goes, like a domino. These are things we need to think about. And it could be somebody else's kid, right? It could be somebody else's kid. It doesn't just have to be our kid. But anyway, let's do a fun little exercise, wanna? Have a piece of paper in front of you. Anything you can take a note on. Question by question, you'll get the answer. So don't yell it out. You can tell me right after you get the answer. Okay? It'll tell you question by question. I'll pause. It's fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up on the screen because you have to see the pictures. So it's just a fun little thing that I want you to use your intuition for. Everybody game? Here we go. Let me share this. I would love you in the bushes to play along. Again, I'm not scary. Let's see. Share. Chrome. Okay, are we ready? Can everybody see it? I don't need this one up. Uh-oh, did I take it off? I might have. Share. Do it again. Oh, Dana, what did I do? Hold on. See, I made a mistake. I think I'm controlling it, and I made a mistake. Share. What did I do wrong, people? Okay, can you see this? How powerful is your intuition? See if it'll let me scroll. Okay. Which pair of eyes belongs to a serial killer? Write your answer down. A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Da 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 da. Okay, I am about to pull up the answer. It is B, because it was Ted Bundy. Who got Ted Bundy? B, it was Ted Bundy. How many of you got B for Ted Bundy? Anybody? Good job. Okay, on to the next. Probably be a little bit easier. Where was this photo taken? You see the lake and the greenery and the mountains in the background? Sweden, Canada, Switzerland, or France? Sweden, Canada, Switzerland, or France? Sweden, Canada, Switzerland, or France? Okay, I'm going to repeat it again. Sweden, Canada, Switzerland, or France? And the answer is Switzerland. How many of you said Switzerland? It was taken outside. Tyrion, that was so funny. Tyrion said, it was taken outside. How many of you said Switzerland? Very good. Okay. The next one is, which of these is a king of hearts? A, B, or C? Just go with your gut feeling. Which of these is a king of hearts? A, B, or C? Dun, 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 dun. And the answer is B is the king of hearts. B is the king of hearts. How many of you said B? Good job. When we get done, you're going to count up how many you got correct. The next one. What does this Japanese word mean in English? What do you think this Japanese word means in English? Bread or butter? Bread or butter? What do you think this Japanese word means in English? Bread or butter? What is your gut feeling? Just go with your gut feeling. And the answer is butter. How many said butter? Good job. Next one. Two of these check marks were drawn by women, and one was drawn by a man. Identify the one the man drew. A, B, or C? Which one did the man draw? A, B, or C? Hey, Virginia Woolf. Which check mark? I can't talk. Which check mark did the man draw? A, B, or C? Use your gut instinct. A, B, or C? Which check mark did the man draw? And the answer is, oh, I scrolled back up. That's the answer. The man drew check mark C. How many of you said the man drew check mark C? Very good. Look at you go. Go, guys, go, go, guys, go. Okay, here's the next one. I feel like a game show host. This is fun, actually. Okay, here's the next question. Take a close look. Is this a lemon or a lime? Take a close look at the picture. Use your intuitive gut self. Is this a lemon or a lime? Is this a lemon or a lime? Lemon or lime? This test is courtesy of BuzzFeed and is used for fair use only. Courtesy of BuzzFeed.com. Lemon or a lime? What is your answer? And the answer is It is a lemon. Correct. You are correct. You win a car. Okay, this one is harder. Which hair sample belongs to a horse? Hint, the two others are human. Which hair sample belongs to a horse? Hint, the two others are human. Which hair sample belongs to a horse? A, B, or C? Which hair sample belongs to a horse? Okay. And the answer is A is the correct answer. That's some beautiful hair there. A belongs to a horse. Looks better than the human hair. Crazy. I'd like to have that hair on my head. Okay. Two people drew doodles of cats. Can you identify the one that was drawn by the older person? Two people drew doodles of cats. Can you identify the one that was drawn by the older person? Now, they didn't say whether one was a child and one was a grown-up. They just said two people drew doodles of cats. Can you identify the one that was drawn by the older person? Okay. And the answer is A. The older person drew A. Where was this photo taken? Where was this photo taken? Vietnam, Thailand, Bali, or the Philippines? Vietnam, Thailand, Bali, or the Philippines? Where was this photo taken? Vietnam, Bali, Thailand, or the Philippines? Vietnam, Bali, Thailand, or the Philippines? Thailand. On the beach. Jurian, you're cracking me up. so funny. By the way, Jurian, I looked at more of your paintings today. They're beautiful. And my friend Gianna, that was in here earlier, I don't know if she's still in here, she is a beautiful artist as well. And the answer is, am I supposed to click one of those? Thailand. The answer is Thailand. Very good. And finally, what number is this dog thinking of? 3, 7, or 9? What number is this dog thinking of? 3, 7, or 9? What number is this dog thinking of? 3, 7, or 9? Oops. 3, 7, or 9? And the answer is 7. The answer is 7. So, Jurian, you're a hot mess. So I want to know, how many out of 10 did you all get right? How many out of 10 did you all get right? Highly intuitive there, Shoeless One. But we knew that. 8. See, there you go. Jurian, highly intuitive. Hello, Leanne. Welcome, welcome. So happy to see you. See these numbers? That just proves so much right there. So many intuitive people in here. Love it. Welcome to our crew, Leanne. Welcome, welcome, welcome. When I took that test, I got the horseman wrong. Drove me crazy. Okay. Now, I have one more intuitive test for you. It's a little bit different. Of course, my hair looks janky again, but oh well. I have one more intuitive test. Be kind, okay? This isn't about slashing anyone. Okay, I'm going to show you a face. And by looking at this face, I want you to intuitively tell me about this person. Okay? Just from your gut, I want you to pretend that you're trying to find this person. This person hasn't committed a crime. You're just trying to find this person for somebody. They're long lost, right? So you're trying to do a personality breakdown about this person. Does that make sense? So I want you to use your intuition and try to tell me about this person just from their photo. So I'm going to throw it up there if this thing will let me, and try to see what you can tell me. Dun, 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 dun. I don't need audio. What can you tell me about this person? Can you see him? What can you tell me about this person? Can everyone see this person? Okay. You don't have any information, you only have this photo. So you're trying to do a breakdown of this person. All you have is this photo. Okay? Okay, I like it, Jurian. Other people give me some stuff. Look at his face, look at his eyes, trying to get a feel for his personality. See if you can go deeper. I mean, really look at his face. Trying to get a sense of his demeanor, his how he is as an individual. Is he kind? Is he angry? That kind of thing. You have to kind of go deeper. Okay. Okay. Are you guys ready for me to tell you about him? Tell me when you're ready for me to tell you about him. This guy is married and has 2 kids, happily married. He did have a gutful of the job he had, so he started his own business. He's competitive in his business, but he has ethics. He's very faithful. He has scruples and integrity about him. He's at the time that picture was taken, his father had passed away. He likes sports, but never played football at college or high school. But he was always, into playing sports. Like he likes to play basketball, and he played Little League, but golf and that kind of thing. Yeah. Very kind-hearted. Very, very sweet, easygoing, kind-hearted. He does speak in short bursts sometimes, but he's very kind-hearted. He's easygoing until he's pushed too far. Would lose his temper if somebody hurt his family. Yeah, he does need to learn to tie properly. Did go to university to go into the GBI, but switched gears. Has only been married once. 2 beautiful little girls. What did everybody else say? Would give you the shirt off his back. He has a lot of friends, actually. Thank you for the pretty eyes. He started his own little company, would like for it to do better. It is slowly doing better. COVID hit it hard. Very well educated. Bottom line, that's my little brother. That is my little brother. He is 6 years younger than me. That's my little brother. He's very faithful. But yeah, and we've lost my dad, we've lost my grandmother, we've lost my son, all within the last 6 years. All within the last 6 years. So we've had a very difficult time. And then we found out I had MS too. All of that's happened within 6 years. The minute he heard about Noah, he was here. He's a really good guy. No oops needed. No oops needed. I wasn't setting you up. No oops needed. It didn't worry me. Anything you said. No, I'm fine with anything you said. Didn't bother me whatsoever. So do not worry about it at all. Didn't hurt me, didn't bother me. I'm proud of you. I want you to guess. I want you to try to do these things and look at people and use your gut and feel it out. I want you. You are all intuitive. I want you to learn to do this. And I used my brother because it wouldn't bother me and it was safe to do. Do you understand? I'm okay with it. Perfectly okay. Okay? Thank you. I adore my brothers. I'm perfectly okay with your guesses. Perfectly okay. You didn't know him. You were going totally off a photo. I'm A-okay. But that's around the time he wasn't kind of okay. There were a lot of things going on. Do not feel bad for guessing. Oh, yeah. I mean, they bicker. Everybody bickers. We bicker. Um, we have a lot of mixtures in our background. Irish and Scottish are one of them. Probably Black Irish, but we have a lot of mixtures in our background. As you can see, the dark hair. My mom is very dark skinned. I am not so dark skinned. My mom was very dark skinned. She doesn't look like she had us. She's very dark complected. I look more Scotch Irish, I'm sure. Both my brothers are very handsome. I'm sure I look adopted. But yeah. But he's a sweetheart. He is competitive in his business and he has to be, yeah. He probably could have played football, but he didn't want to. Yeah. He's precious. His eyes are as clear as water. Okay. I want you. Oh, thank you, Marie. I want you to be able to. I mean, it's a good exercise when it warms up. If you can go to a park and just glance, not stare at them like they think you're stalking, glance at strangers to try to imagine just by a glance what their life must be like, what their background must be like. You know what I'm saying? Just from an idea. Because when you're looking for people, from let's say someone's missing, or in a matter of that kind of fact, sometimes you have to just go by a photo and try to get a sense of where they are. I've had to go when I've done readings for people in the past. They've sent me just a photo of a face. And sometimes I can look at a photo and connect with someone that's passed over to the other side and being able to get visuals of their life and been able to connect in conversation with them that way, or been able to connect with a missing person that has passed over to help find a missing body. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a good instinctual intuitive thing to be able to practice, to get an essence of what a person might be like. And just like when I was talking about Chesley, right? And people would see her smile and look happy and all of that stuff sometimes. If you look at a photo or many photos of a person over time, just like Chesley's, if you look at photos of Chesley over time and look at her eyes, forget about the smile and, the makeup and all that stuff. Look in her eyes over time, and you will see a pattern. You have to look at photos over time, and you can get a sense of that depression that she was carrying over time. You can get an essence of people, and sometimes it takes more than one photo. But all of you scored, I know that was just one intuitive test, but all of you scored in about the same range, which shows that, yes, we know you're light workers. Yes, we know you have that healing ability, but it shows your intuitive abilities are in the higher range. I'd like to do more of this kind of testing with you guys. And it shows me that it really would behoove me to set up a private class if you guys are interested, guys and girls, to see if we could strengthen some of those abilities. They would help you in your everyday life, in your workplace, or if you're just interested in strengthening these things, help you in your creative work, in your work, in your relationships, etc. But yeah, I'm very impressed with all of you. And it does tell me there is a lot when you say your vibe attracts your tribe. It does. And that's more of what we're getting in this community. And people think, well, when you talk psychology and spiritual, it detracts from your connection to a higher power or God, whatever you choose to say. I say God. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Science, spirituality, emotional, psychology, it's all really connected. Ultimately, it's all connected. It's about becoming healthier, resonating higher, becoming your whole self and healing. It's about becoming your whole self. Yeah? Let's stop sharing. All I can see on my side, you guys see a big screen. I see like a tiny screen on my side. Talking about not being able to see much. Do you all have any questions? Did you enjoy this shake-up of how we do things? I want to do fun things like this sometimes. I want you to be able to discover more about your own attributes. I know this was just a small portion, but did you enjoy it? Good. And I hope it didn't make you feel uncomfortable when I said that's my brother, because it didn't make me feel uncomfortable at all. Or I wouldn't have done it. Because I know who my brother is and how he is. And I loved you all stepping out on a ledge and guessing. Oh, 100%, Leanne. Your intuition can be strengthened over time. It takes, how when you exercise, you could pump up the booty, strengthen your legs, strengthen your arms, all of that. Intuition can be strengthened because you have to learn to let go of some muscles and strengthen others. It's about releasing control in one area. We're so used to controlling everything, and we don't learn how to release one lever. It's like, I need to learn to release this part and hold on to this part. It's like when you dance. Which part do you move and which part do you let go of? It's kind of like that, right? You absolutely can strengthen it. It's just learning what to, release and what's okay to hold on to, what to listen to, what not to listen to, that kind of thing. And learning what to trust, what not to trust. It's all about that. And people get scared because so many people want to make it like woo woo, juju, all that stuff. And it's not, it's inherent within us. Yep, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Virginia Woolf said, "It's interesting how the growing up I recall teachers saying, 'Go with your gut.' I sometimes second guess myself because I overthink things, but first thoughts are often right." 100%. I mean, people have been trying to teach us, and I'm trying to teach you too. And look, yeah, I've got these degrees and all this, and training and mentors and all the, lights and all that crap, right? But when all of you come in here, I try to break it down for you. I try to make it palatable. I try to make it in a tangible way for you so it's not so hard to digest, where it's understandable and comfortable and it makes sense and it's not scary and it's not taking away from your belief system or making it something that's anti anything, because it's all part of who you are. It's all part of the big picture and the plan. People have just tried to make it anti this, and if you do this, you don't believe in that. That's just BS. Just BS. I love God. I love angels. I've been to the other side, but I'm trying to show you all it's all part of everything. It's not conquer and divide. It's all part of everything. So it's what it was supposed to be in the first place. And then man tried to make it muckety muck to start controlling everybody. Tried to use it to control everybody. Leanne says, "I'm completely new to all of this. I'm trying and working on figuring out myself." We are all doing that, honey, day by day, always. And when you stop trying to ask questions and figure out yourself and make life a better place and help other people, then it's pointless to be here. You know what I mean? Look, I'm a psychotherapist. I work on myself every single day. And I expect to do this till the day I'm no longer walking the planet and I go to the other side. I do. It's necessary. It's necessary. If you want to resonate higher, be a better human being, still be connected to the Creator, help lift other people up, make the world better, make yourself better. We have to all figure ourselves out because we're going to grow all the time. And with that comes growing pains, right? Because we don't stay stuck the way we are. We change all the time. Lord, I hope so. I want to be better. All the time I want to be better. So we can do this together. Grow and be better together. And I'm here for you in that. And I think we have a lot of good people here. And the community, it's not just about who we see today. People are in and out depending on the day. And Lord knows, forgive me for dragging. I'm exhausted today. I'm still COVID positive, but hey, I'm feeling better little by little. I'm just not where I should be. But I'm going to exercise the crap out of myself. I'm going to sweat this stuff out if I have to. But I love and appreciate all of you so, so much. You know I do. From the bottom of my heart. I'm open to anything you want to hear about, anything you want to talk about. Sometimes we're all over the place. Oh, by the way, if all goes well, Levon Gittins will be with me Saturday. We are going to talk about our connection to animals, how healing it is, how therapeutic it is, our communication with animals, how sometimes it's like we can just communicate with them through touch, through thought. Sometimes, look, I can be walking through this house all day long, every day. You let me get ready to teach a class or come on here to do a live with y'all. My little white dog is losing it to come with me. It's like he knows I'm about to do a live on here. Little psychic dog. I kid you not. That one little white dog knows. I swear. And if I'm not feeling well, Cleo, she knows. And if you focus and concentrate enough on a thought and it's focused on a certain animal, sometimes they can respond in like. So that is the plan for Saturday night. Our connection with the animals. And I know that Shoeless One is gearing up to get an all-male panel. Now, I'll be moderating it, and I know the ladies will have questions for this panel. But I believe he would like to do this once a month with our guys in here. If the guys want to do it, I think it'll be interesting. But, yeah, we're shaking it up a little bit. This is a community. This is for all of you. And the light that you all have, the healing abilities that you have, the way that we can make a domino effect in our communities and the people around us, our families. Yeah, light workers, we're the ones to make change. Yeah, he wants to talk to you, Virginia Woolf. I think it would be great. This isn't just about Dear Dana. You know, it's about all of you. See, I set out with this channel to think I would be, 2022, 2021's answer to Dear Abby. A lot of people didn't know who she was. She used to take questions and answer people's problems. I thought I would be like that. Well, the world didn't get the memo. So I started having to come up with topics. And my background was spiritual and psychological. And so here we go. Here we are. So this is how we're rolling. And I will still do angel questions or, we will still do that kind of thing. And if any of you want readings or know people that want readings, I shall do so by request and do with love donations, and you'll just have to DM me or whatever. I cherry pick within this community. That being said, and I do cherry pick because of my energy levels. And we do live healings in here. We're cray-cray in a good way. But I guess you can tell my energy's wearing down, so I better wrap up. Please subscribe because you don't want to miss out. You don't know what's going to come next, do you? Again, I love you all very much. I appreciate you more than I can possibly say. If you would like to donate to support this channel or to buy a coffee, You can do so at miracles3@charter.net at PayPal. It's at the bottom of the screen. Thank you so very much for being here and for all of your support. I appreciate you, and I shall see you on Saturday night. You can watch any of the old downloads, they're not that old, on the channel under Dear Dana. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. Please share, invite your friends, and have them subscribe. I'll see you all Saturday. Mwah! Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. And here we go. We're